Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to another What I Eat Today video. Thank you so much for continuing to join me for fantastic day's food. So today is actually quite a busy one from me. I woke up, I had berries for breakfast. So really delicious, great way to start the day, and I am thinking about nipping to a supermarket soon and picking up some more autumnal toppings like peaches, figs, things like that I think will really complement the autumn months. Nuts, almonds, that kind of thing. I think that'll be delicious. I'm gonna definitely pick up some more creative toppings, but I do love, I'm a sucker for demerara sugar and berries. But anyways, that's what I had for my breakfast. And for lunch, I'm kind of fancying a sandwich. I have a nice baguette that I picked up from the bakery, Tesco's bakery. And I have some chicken lunch meat that I buy for Layla's lunch boxes, which actually I quite enjoy myself. So I'm thinking about having a very simple sandwich. And then for dinner tonight, we're having a classic family favourite. I'm going to be whipping up a spaghetti bolognese, which, I mean, on cold, drizzly autumnal nights, what better than a big bowl of steaming pasta with a rich meat sauce, with a ton of cheese and garlic bread? Not much, I can tell you. So we're going to be having that tonight. I'm going to be cooking it in a more traditional way. I'm going to be combining different minces. I'm going to be using a chef's base for it. So I'm going to be sharing all of that. So make sure you check that out. It's very, very exciting. And that's it really. So I hope you all enjoy it. Don't forget to give it a like if you do. I will link these tops that I wear in every single video in the description box down below. These are my trusty Gap overall dungarees that I've had for ages. I mean, they're massive for me, but I love them for at home. I love them for pottering about the house, and I've been doing some baking today, so that's why I wanted to dress all comfy. But yeah, hope you enjoy it. Give it a thumbs up. I will put recipes, links and all that jazz in the description box, but let's get on with the day. Okay, so I have everything here that I'm going to be using for my sandwich. I'm going to have a bit of this bread. I don't actually know how much yet. Probably just under half I would say, because I don't tend to eat a lot of bread, and if I do, it tends to be the slices like this loaf here. But today we bought a baguette, so Andrew and I are going to share it because there's no point in letting it go to waste. So it's nice and soft, so I'm going to be having some of that. It'll be interesting to know if this comes up on the app. I just have my scanner here, and what do you know, it does. It's saying 8 points for half. That's a lot. That's a lot, you know. I would be inclined that if I was trying to lose weight, guys, I would opt for something like this, which is a tiger loaf, because literally you can have 2 slices of bread and take up 3 to 4 points, whereas this, I'm guessing because it's quite thick, is like 8 points. So if I was actively trying to lose weight, I wouldn't opt for something like this. However, because I'm on maintenance, I'm going to have it. But just in case you guys want to use your weeklies, or you're happy to spend 8 just on the bread, that is how much this would equate to. And when it comes to the sandwich meat, I'm going to be using this one here, which is the Tesco wafer thin chicken slices, and this will be super low. This is literally free for 1 slice. I think you have to have 5 slices, 6 slices, 7 slices by the time you've taken up a point. I'm not going to have that many slices. I'm literally going to have 4 or so. So I'm just going to cut this down. But I mean, even if you think about a nice big baguette, even for 8 points, I mean, is that high? It's not really. You can go to any Greggs, any kind of sandwich shop, and you'd be looking at 14, 15 points for a baguette sandwich. So, you know, making it yourself, even though it seems quite high for the bread, is actually not that bad. I'm also going to have some mayonnaise. I have Hellmann's mayo. Again, it's not something that I track, but feel free to get your scanner out. And I have some cucumber as well. So I'm going to get this all assembled.
I need to talk to you about a thing that is worrying me. We are a little lost. I don't know what is going on. With I will blow.
Just about to make a start on dinner. It's actually quite early, but I like this to slow cook on the hob for as long as possible to infuse a lot of flavour. So I have this mix here, which is a classic mix for a lot of bases, for a lot of dishes, and it's called Chef's Mix. I think it's called Sotoro or something like that, and basically it's a combination of onion, celery and carrot. So we have that already diced. I have some passata here, some chopped tomatoes, 2 types of tomato puree. I have some garlic infused olive oil, salt and pepper, some fresh garlic, some fresh basil, fresh thyme, some dry oregano, and I have a combination of 2 meats. I'm going to be using some steak mince. Now I've chosen 15% fat. Feel free to use a less fatty percentage, of course that's completely up to you, but I think that this gives a nice texture and a lot of flavour, and you know, you don't tend to have a ton of it, especially if you have it with pasta. I also have some lamb mince here, again not the best in regards to point value, but if you wanted to substitute this for 5% beef mince and combine it with pork, that would also be delicious and much more point friendly, so feel free to get creative. And I also have some stock here, which I think is going to add a lot of richness and a lot of depth of flavour. So the first thing I'm going to do is to get these browning in my pan with some garlic infused olive oil. Then I'll add the rest of my ingredients and then bubble it all together with the stock and let it sit for as long as possible.
With this new sound, just come see me. You always think of me. I always think of you. I always think of you. I always think of you. I will wait for you. I will wait for you. Come see me, 'cause we have a problem, and we need to talk. And this year I will wait. And this year, 'cause we have a problem all the time.
Interrupt you say science is what we know and philosophy is what we don't know.
So the Wagyu sauce is made and it's all smelling lovely and rich. So what I'm going to do now is pop a lid on, and I'm going to leave it slightly ajar to let the steam escape so it doesn't hold all the moisture in. And I'm going to literally let it sit for about an hour and a half, and it's going to thicken, it's going to go darker, loads of flavour, it's going to be infused, and it's going to be delicious. I added water about, I don't know, about half a can. But if you wanted to substitute that for red wine, that would be absolutely delicious if you have time to cook it down. I mean, it will cook down in this time anyway if it was wine. It's just my kids tend to prefer it without. But I would, if it was just me and Andy, I would probably add a really lovely marsala or a red wine. This has been simmering now for just over an hour, and as you can see, a lot of the oil has rose to the surface. It's gone much darker, much thicker. It's a much richer sauce, which is perfect. I'm gonna leave this for another 30 to 40 minutes or so, just to again just develop that flavour, but it'd be perfectly delicious just to eat it like this. And this kind of meat sauce really does lend itself to many things: jacket potatoes, gnocchi, pasta, by itself with bread. It's just a great one to have in your archive, so do make sure you have this. I mean, I'm sure you guys all know your way around a beef Wagyu sauce, but just taking that time to slow cook it down where you can really just does invest a lot of flavour. And as you can see, because we've used a bit of lamb mince, and when I say a bit, we've used literally about half of the lamb mince and the full steak mince, it's added a lot more flavour and nursery sweetness to it, which will really offset against the steak nicely. And yeah, it's going to be delicious.
With this new sound, just come see me. You always think of me. I always think of you. I always think of you. I always think of you.
Well guys, I have to say, next day by the way, hence the new outfit, but that spaghetti bolognese was, not even exaggerating here, the best I have ever cooked in my 34 years on this planet. That might sound like a bold claim, but honestly, it just was incredible. I loved it. So please, please, please check out that video. Or that recipe, sorry, make sure you check it out because it was just delicious. Honestly, it was mega. I'm also gonna pop the link to my pans and everything like that because I'm using a new pan, and because I did such a massive portion, it was great. It was fantastic actually, the size, and everything like that. So I'll link that there down below. This shirt, by the way, if anyone is interested, was thrifted. My mum got it from a charity shop, but it is originally by Topshop and I really like it. And then these tobacco jeans, which I'm hoping you can see, are by Mule. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in my next one.
Wait for you.